This is 5 on your side at noon. Focused on you.
Thanks so much for being here at noon. I'm Kay Quinn. Another beautiful and unseasonably cool morning in the bi-state, but meteorologist Tracy Hinson is tracking some warmer weather and even some showers on the way, Tracy?
Yes, for a few of our areas today, but not the metro area. So depending on where you are going to come across these showers and storms. You can see it's a very weak cold front that just is tracking through here. It is bringing some clouds into our area. We'll go ahead and zoom in on this one spot. As you can see, a couple of showers and storms out there. It does look like a couple have actually made their way into the metro area. So I take back what I said earlier, as these are just north of the St. Louis area. This will be a quick moving line of showers and storms as they make their way through. All right, here's the view outside over St. Louis, and you can see just some darker clouds out there. And temperature wise, we're in the mid 70s. Winds are out of the west-northwest, just about 12 miles per hour. Humidity is high, but that's to be expected when we have a bit of rain out there. We're in the upper 80s this afternoon as we clear out quite nicely with a good mix of sun and clouds. Then later on, we are going to drop down into the 60s overnight.
All right, thank you, Tracy. Officers are working with Illinois State Police to help investigate a shooting that left 1 dead and 4 others wounded. This is what 5 on your side found near 38th and Audubon just before 8:30 last night. You can see dozens of evidence markers, which are generally used to mark shell casings when guns are fired. All right, we are also following another story for you. 1 person dead and 4 others wounded after a shooting in East St. Louis. 5 on your side's Alex Fees tells us evidence markers at that scene tell a tale of what happened.
East St. Louis police are teaming up with Illinois State Police to investigate these shootings, which left 1 person dead and 4 others wounded last night. Now take a look at the scene that 5 on your side found at 38th and Audubon last night. This is shortly before 8:30. Look at all the evidence markers. Those are generally used to mark shell casings when shots are fired. Oftentimes you see 6 or 8 of these at a scene. Last night our crew found dozens. The scene is also a block away from Wildwood Young School of Excellence and East St. Louis Elementary School. Illinois State Police say this is an open and ongoing investigation. They're asking that anybody who has any knowledge about what happened or who witnessed anything last night to call Crime Stoppers at 314-725-TIPS. Reporting in East St. Louis, Alex Fees, 5 on your side.
Now, while several backpacks were left at that scene, police just confirmed all of the victims are adults. They don't believe there's any connection to the nearby school. Right now, a man still in the hospital after he was shot by police yesterday afternoon. It happened near Fairground Park in North St. Louis. Officers saw a drug deal, then followed the suspect who hopped out of his car and ran across a field. A drug enforcement detective shot the man after he allegedly pointed a gun at officers at Linton and Penrose. No officers were hurt. Police say they recovered a gun at the scene. New at noon, a morning house fire leaves serious damage behind in Wildwood. The fire started in the garage around 5:30 this morning. Thanks to working smoke detectors, everyone who was inside got out without injury. If you are in the area, you may have noticed many fire trucks from multiple agencies. Metro West, Eureka, and Monarch, just to name a few. That's because there's a fire hydrant shortage in the area.
In this part of the county, we don't have a lot of fire hydrants, so water supply is an issue. But what we practice and train for is shuttling water into these areas.
The need for fire hydrants west of 109 is known to first responders who know how to adjust. While there's significant damage to this home on Sundance Court, it's too soon for investigators to determine if it's a total loss. An early morning mobile home fire in Pontoon Beach sent 2 people to the hospital. First responders got a call around 2:30 this morning from the Holiday Mobile Park. Right now we're working to learn the extent of the injuries and how that fire started. Safety experts have a warning for you. Rethink what you do if someone bumps into your car. There's now a growing trend for criminals to hit you on purpose to catch you off guard. Yesterday morning in Webster Groves, police say someone driving a white Hyundai bumped into a black Dodge Caravan. When the Caravan driver got out, they were greeted by 3 men, one of them pointing a gun at the driver's head. Police say the suspects ditched the stolen Hyundai and took off in the Caravan.
The new way of thinking is that if you get out, somebody's going to steal your car. If you're in the car, you want to lock the doors, call 911, And if the guy doesn't see you get out of the car, the probability of him driving away is going to be extremely high.
Now, less than 2 hours before this incident, the same suspects held a construction worker at gunpoint and demanded his wallet and cell phone. Anheuser-Busch may soon be locally owned again. Billy Busch told the sports news website Outkick he's ready and willing to buy the brand back from InBev. This in the wake of a months-long boycott of Bud Light following a social media partnership with a transgender influencer. InBev bought AB in 2008 in a multi-billion-dollar takeover. More Broadway shows are coming to St. Louis. The Fabulous Fox also owns Stiefel Theater, and now show dates are being added to Stiefel's calendar. The first Broadway season at Stiefel begins in January with To Kill a Mockingbird, Hairspray, and The Cher Show. Tickets go on sale in October. Time to head back to school, not just for our young students. Webster University is welcoming college freshmen to campus for the first time today. 5 on Your Side, Sydney Stallworth is live from campus with more on how first-year students are adjusting to college life.
Going off to college can come with a lot of challenges. For parents, it can be tough to let go. For students, it can be even harder adjusting to life on your own. Today, we're focusing on the mental health of college students. The 2023 Healthy Mind Survey found 15% of college students said they were considering suicide, the highest rate in the 15-year history of this survey. And a survey by Gallup and the Lumina Foundation found 2 out of 5 undergrad students across America frequently experience emotional stress. More than 40% of undergrad students had considered dropping out over the span of just 6 months, and that number was just 34% during the first year of the pandemic. Here at Webster University, students have access to free mental health services at the Counseling and Life Development Office. It's on campus near the bookstore at 540 Garden Avenue. Now, we stopped by ahead of move-in day, and we're told last year they treated more students than before the pandemic and expect to see even more as classes begin.
There's been a surge, not only in the number of people requesting counseling, but specifically related to issues surrounding anxiety and social anxiety.
In the case of a mental health crisis, students can stop by the counseling office without an appointment and talk to a specialist there. And remember that anyone in the state of Missouri can call the Department of Public Health crisis line. That number is 988. There's a specialist on the line 24/7. In Webster Groves, I'm Sydney Stallworth, 5 on Your Side.
Still ahead, a wild coincidence that surely wouldn't happen twice. A news photographer explains how he was at the right place at the right time to catch an escaped inmate. What was thought to be a travel hack, maybe more of a gamble than a winner. Experts weigh in on the new skip-lagging trend at the airport.